Hi, what up, YouTube? This is No Cap, No Filter. I'm your host, Marley G. Back at y'all another episode of Running With You. I ain't been on the channel in a minute, but man, it's time to get back to it, man. It's time to get back on the grind, man. About to start having more uploads for y'all daily. Right now, the talk of the town right now is Halle Berry, man. We all know Halle Berry, man. She was one of the most beautiful women in the 90s and the early 2000s. Still beautiful to this day, man. But she could never seem to keep a man. I think she'd been divorced like 3 times. So some might wonder, is she the problem? Everything that glitter ain't gold, what some people might say. Um, I really feel like a woman could be as beautiful as she won't, but until that man, actually obtains her and that hunt is over, because as a men, we hunters. We pursue the women that we want. But once we get them and that thought of them is not that thought anymore, and we actually spend time with these females, we actually around these females, we actually start cohabitating with these females, living with them and stuff under the same roof, you start to slowly see why this girl is beautiful is single. It's certain habits they might have, certain behaviors they might have, mindset, uh it's all sorts of things. I'm pretty sure everyone and had that one person that they was just chasing, but then all of a sudden you spend a lot of time with them and you slowly but surely start to pick up on little things that they do that just kind of like annoys you, or just make them seem like not as attractive anymore. But for the most part, man, the talk of the town is Halle Berry ex David Justice, who was a baseball player in the 90s. He went to a World Series. He actually at the time was, just as big, if not bigger than Halle Berry when they got together. I think she's been in a few films at the time when they got together, and they recently, I mean, not recently, but he recently was on the podcast, the Up and Smoke podcast, and he was just talking about what led to them getting a divorce, and that just have the internet in a frenzy right now. And without further ado, let's go ahead on and get to it, man, and let's react to it, man. Let's see here. Okay.
Halle Berry's ex-husband, David Justice, is causing a firestorm for what he's saying about their divorce nearly 30 years ago.
In my mind, I'm thinking a wife at that time should cook, clean.
Traditional.
If we have kids, is this the woman I want to have kids with and build a family with?
They met in May 1992 and tied the knot 8 months later.
She asked me to marry her after knowing me for 5 months. I said, okay.
The former MLB player just spoke out on the All the Smoke podcast.
Now that was the first red flag right there. Like, why is y'all getting married after 5 months? You barely even know this person to even be in a relationship with them. I really feel like after 3 months, that's when y'all could really start saying, okay, I like you, you like me. Let's go ahead and start taking things a little bit more serious. We could be exclusive now. Like after 3 months, that's when y'all could start to be exclusive, and you cut off all the people you were talking to. They cut off all the people they were talking to, and y'all trying to really make things work to be in an actual relationship. 5 months, you barely scratching the surface of who they are, because after those first 3 months, that's when their representative is gone. Just like for a job, you in the job interview with your representative, who you want this company to see you as, who would you like this company to see you as before you get hired on to get the job. But once you then figured out the ins and outs of the job, you know what you could get away with, you know what you can't get away with, you know your do's and your don'ts, you're gonna start getting a little bit more relaxed, and your true self gonna come out. So if you a lazy person, if you a person that's sneaky, if you a person that like to bend the rules and things of that nature, your true nature gonna start coming out. Your true character gonna start showing. Just same in a relationship. Bottom 3 months, you'll know if you'll know that true person more often than not. Some people could have it out longer than others, but and then when it comes to women, they like the thought of a marriage. They like the thought of the wedding, but they don't actually be doing marriage duties, wife duties, you know. They just want that ring and that wedding and that wedding dress and pictures and smiles, just to say they did it as an accomplishment. They want the wedding, but they don't want to be the wife. But that was the first red flag right there. Let's go ahead on and proceed.
I just realized this is not the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. Mm-hmm. So February 1996, I told her, yeah, I can't do this no more.
Halle's fans are taking him to task. You married Halle Berry to be your housewife? Sounds like he wanted a maid more than a wife. This was tasteless. Some believe the slugger is still angry at the actress for not coming to his defense when she said an ex-boyfriend hit her so hard she lost 80% of the hearing in her left ear. Lots of people assumed it was David Justice, but it wasn't.
And that's another thing. She never came to his defense about this. Apparently, she was dating another guy, and he had hit her so hard that it caused injury to her eardrums. And on the internet right now, a lot of people are saying, "Ain't he the guy who hit her?" And that narrative has just ran amok, and a lot of people are just thinking that he was the guy, but it actually was somebody else, another actor, Wesley Snipes. But yeah, a lot of people, putting that on old Wesley. But yeah, man, they saying you married Halle Berry to be a housewife. Like, in this new day and age, man, this is not 1955. This is not 1965. Like, a lot of women now are, becoming just as busy as the men, if not even busier. A lot of women are getting into entrepreneurship. A lot of women are becoming bosses. Uh, you just got to get with the times. Me personally, if I were to marry a woman of that caliber, I wouldn't expect her to cook and clean all the time. I would personally have a chef. I would personally have a maid. I would personally have a baby, a nanny sitter, things like that to help us both out because she has a busy schedule. I have a busy schedule. But at the same time, you would like to know that she is capable of doing these things. Men, we're simple. We like feminine women. We like a clean home that's clean from our woman. We like a fresh hot meal that is made from our woman. That is the embodiment of being a nurturer. We want to see, if I have your kids, can you cook for them? Can you clean for them if need be? We got the money. You are one of the most sought out actresses in Hollywood. I don't expect you to be at the house cooking and cleaning all the time because you're going to be on set a lot. You're going to be doing promo runs a lot. You're going to be filming in different locations all over the place, learning your script. But at the same time, you're still going to have time to do that. Just like Cardi B said, I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you, I got this ring. But in reality, in real life reality, she still was cooking and cleaning for Offset here and there. She might not did it all the time, but she still did it. A lot of this stuff is just for entertainment. And a lot of these people comments on the internet, it sound good, but it's not real life in reality. Like, touch grass is a real thing. Like, you have all these relationship gurus saying this and that, and they don't even abide by all the stuff that they're talking about. In real life, things, it sound good on the internet, but in real life, all these standards people are having and all these non-negotiables people are having in real life, bro. Woman gonna cook, men gonna cook, men gonna clean, woman gonna clean, and it just is what it is, no matter how big you is. Like I say, me personally, I would want me I ain't gonna me personally, I would like a housewife, but at the end of the day, if she was to, be a woman that's, have her career and have her things going on, I will understand it, and I will be, we gonna come to a common ground. But at the end of the day, I would still like you to, be able to go in that kitchen and throw down. I would still like you to be able to go clean up, because it gives a man a lens into the future saying, okay, she know how to clean up real good. She know how to have the house real tidy. So if we were to have a couple of kids coming around, running around the house, I know my house just ain't gonna be looking like no pigsty. I know if I get off from a long day at work and she just so happened was home that day, she could make me a meal. It's different when you get the meal made from you because it was made from love rather than having a chef cook it, rather than having to order out food all the time, you know. But that's just me personally. A lot of people are getting on him saying, oh, he married Harry Berry. He didn't marry Susan from Walmart. Like, at the end of the day, we all human. At the end of the day, we all human. Like, don't get me wrong. Halle Berry, that's a different type of caliber of a woman. So you got to know what you getting yourself into when you get yourself into it. But at the end of the day, you men want to see motherly traits. Men want to see nurturing traits. Men want to be catered to. If y'all don't think Beyonce cook or clean for Jay-Z, then I got another thing. I got some beachfront property I would like to sell to y'all. This is the real world. Does she cook for him all the time? I think no, I don't think. But I damn sure think she do her big one when she can, especially on certain occasions. Now I just think that this man, you know, coming up, like he say in the Midwest, he's seen his mama do monthly duties, which his mama probably had a regular job. So she was more inclined to be cooking and cleaning in front of him. You know, she's not as busy as a Halle Berry, but if that's what he's seeing coming up, if that's what he want, you can't be mad at it. Now hopefully he found someone who he can get that from. No different than a woman, growing up with her father and she's seeing how her father, protects and provide for her. She gonna want a man to do the same. A lot of women these days want a traditional man, but they don't want to be a traditional woman. They want to be a modern woman, enjoying all the good things about being a modern woman, but at the same time, they want the man to still be traditional. And I just don't think it's fair sometimes, man. Like, at the end of the day, men, we like nurturers, we like femininity, we like a woman that's catering, caring. Like, we still like all that. That is embedded in us. It is embedded in us. It's coded in us. The same way women like a provider and a protector is just coded in y'all. It's in the DNA. It's in y'all fabric. It's in our fabric. And it ain't going nowhere. No matter how times change, at the end of the day, you still got that underlying layer that make you in a man and make you in a woman. But what y'all think down below, man? Am I tripping? Am I bugging? Let me know in the comment section below, man. Do y'all think he's wrong for wanting that in a wife? Do y'all think do you think he has some reasonable standards? Let me know, and show me a beautiful woman, and I'll show you a man who's tired of having sex with her. That's another thing, man. Y'all do not know these people. You don't know what type of headache he could have been having. But at the end of the day, he said they didn't really have no problems, man. It was just certain things, certain traits that he would like his woman to have that she didn't possess. And I just think they jumped in something too quick. And when you're a celebrity, once you get married, you try to make the relationship work and prolong things. But if it's not working, it's not working. But I'm out of here, man. Y'all get up in the comment section. Let me know what y'all thinking, man. We have more videos coming back to y'all more on a daily, man. I'm happy to get back in it, man. Y'all be safe. I'm out.